So where are we going to be in this case potentially involving Governor Bentley? I can't sit here and tell you today that there is or is not an investigation of the governor. I heard what Luther Strange said at his press conference, and I'm aware of the letter that has gone to the impeachment panel. Nowhere have I seen confirmation that Governor Bentley is under investigation. But tomorrow morning, I will meet with a unit that can tell me if, in fact, there is. If there is a direct investigation of Robert Bentley, I will personally recuse, based on the standard that exists from the National DA's Association. And I will tell you this, that's not necessarily a decision that I will make easily, only because the prosecutors in this room know that we prosecute hard cases. I've prosecuted people that I've gone to church with, that I have worked with, that I've had dinner with, and otherwise been around. But I also understand the circumstances of this appointment. And it is such that the people could believe that I could not be fair. And if that's the case, then it's my obligation to recuse, and I will. The question then becomes the mechanism of appointment. And Chief, I don't mean to say this while here without talking to you, but the question is who's going to do the appointment? Will it be me, or something I have to refer to the Chief Justice? I'm aware that that was an issue that was litigated in the Mike Hubbard trial. And I will consult our staff as to exactly what the law requires and whether or not I am the appropriate person or not. And if, in fact, there's an investigation, and if, in fact, I have to recuse, then it will be up to that person that I appoint to decide what happens next. And what I think the threshold question becomes, is there a sufficient taint to the entire process of appointing Luther Strange and appointing me that causes the Attorney General's office itself to not be involved? But that won't be my call. That'll be whoever has the opportunity to be able to investigate an investigation if it exists. Now, that decision won't be made today. The initial discussions will occur tomorrow, but we understand, and I will emphasize to the staff, that that is a priority for us to decide. I get the circumstances of why that question matters, and I will make sure that the people of Alabama understand exactly what we're going to do. Now, having said that, I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Has Governor Bentley addressed the situation with you?
Governor Bentley has been nothing but professional. He has discussed criminal justice policy. He's talked about issues that have faced this state, but never once in the discussion I had with him did he discuss his personal problems. If he had, I'd still be in Marshall County. All I can tell you is that we will do it as quickly as we can. Part of the problem will be is if I end up having to recuse, is finding that person. Part of that will be the question I described earlier about who will be the appropriate appointing authority. And so we will do it as quickly as possible to make sure that the people of Alabama understand that this is an important issue for them and that we're going to deal with it in the right way. Yes, ma'am. I will meet with Representative, Mike Jones is leading that, partly to be able to share with him the nature of whether or not I have to recuse. If I have to recuse, I do not believe that I would be the appropriate party to advise them on where to go, but I will make sure that if, in fact, an investigation is ongoing here, that they will be able to deal directly with the person that will be responsible for that investigation. My expectation is tomorrow, at least, that I will go by and introduce myself to them, have some understanding potentially of the conversations that took place prior to me being here, and then develop a course of action based on what we learn from the staff here about whether or not there's a pending investigation.